Welcome, everyone, to Capella University Commencement. Please welcome the graduates from the School of Public Service and Education. Please rise as you are able for the color guard. Presenting the colors today will be the Tulane AFROTC Honor Guard. Please welcome Lisa Palin to honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Thank you, Ms. Palin, for that stirring rendition of our national anthem. All right, everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to New Orleans. My name is Dr. Constance St. Germain, and I am president of Capella University. Graduates, families, and friends, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to our 2024 commencement. Today is a day of joy as we celebrate your remarkable achievements. Before I continue, I'd like to introduce the individuals who are joining me on stage today, and I ask that they stand as I recognize them. First, we have a few of the honorable members of the university's Board of Trustees. Our Assistant Provost, the Deans of the schools, and our senior academic leaders and faculty. Additionally, I'd like to recognize and thank the members of our armed forces for their service. To the graduates of the class of 2024, congratulations on reaching this significant milestone. I promise not to delay your long-awaited graduation moment. As President Franklin Delano Roosevelt once said, "Be sincere, be brief, and be seated." So today, I'd like to take a quick moment to emphasize the profound importance of education. Your education is something that no one can ever take away from you, and it will open doors and take you places that you never imagined or even thought possible. With this in mind, I'd like to leave you with a few reflections. First, as so many of us know, life is a messy and unpredictable adventure. I encourage you to embrace the challenges and the complexities, for it is through these experiences that we grow and discover ourselves. I stand before you today as the first female and veteran president of Capella University. And rest assured that my life story has been filled with unexpected plot twists and turns. I encourage you to endure the struggle in every new chapter and in doing so, you will grow stronger in countless ways. Second, I encourage you to embrace failure as a gift. It is what shapes us and makes us unique. You are different from every other individual on this planet, and failure is your opportunity to learn and evolve. Third, when you're feeling overwhelmed in life, I encourage you to reframe the narrative. It's so easy nowadays to focus on the negative, but focusing on the positive is what can give you courage and hope to go forward. And fourth, Admiral William McRaven, who served as the 9th Commander of the U.S. Special Forces Operation Command, once said, "If you want to change the world, make your bed every day." Making your bed is symbolic of your commitment to yourself. It shows that the little things in life matter, and that discipline is the key to success because it bridges the divide between your goals and your accomplishments. And lastly, believe in your ability to make the world a better place. Each one of you holds the power to contribute positively to the lives of others and leave a lasting impact. As I conclude, I'd like to leave you with the wisdom of Reverend Cecil Chip Murray, who once said, "Talk without being offensive, listen without being defensive, and always leave even your adversary with their dignity." So congratulations, class of 2024. Today marks the beginning of a new chapter in your lives, and I have no doubt that you will go on to achieve incredible feats. May your journey be filled with purpose, passion, and a profound commitment to making a difference in the world. Thank you, and Godspeed. It is now my distinct privilege to introduce our commencement speaker today, Ms. Valerie Burton. A best-selling author and founder of the Coaching and Positive Psychology Institute, Ms. Burton has served clients in over 50 states, 25 countries, and written 13 books translated into multiple languages, including Let Go of Guilt, It's About Time, and Successful Women Think Differently. She is a frequent guest expert for the Today Show, CNN, Dr. Oz, Oprah Magazine, NPR, Essence, and many others. She has spoken for hundreds of organizations, including LinkedIn, Apple, GE, McDonald's, Verizon, Coca-Cola, and the United States military. Ms. Burton has a master's degree in applied positive psychology from the University of Pennsylvania, a master's degree in journalism from Florida A&M, and a BA from Florida State University. She's excited to be sharing her message with you today. Please, let's give her a warm Capella welcome. Well, woo!
First of all, congratulations. How are y'all feeling? It's been quite a road, hasn't it? I mean, I can't hear each one of your stories, but my guess is that you have had to exhibit a lot of tenacity and perseverance and belief in yourself. You've gotten support from these people out here around you. And even when you didn't have support, you have given support to yourself. So I've been there too. When I was 34, I decided that I would go back to school, go to grad school a second time. I had started my career in journalism and public relations because communication comes naturally to me. But I had wondered what I was here for. Have you ever done something but not necessarily been passionate about it and wondered, what's my thing? And I discovered my thing as I realized I was here to inspire others to live more fulfilling lives, and I would do it through writing and speaking. And as I began writing and speaking, and my PR background led to lots of TV and media opportunities, they kept calling me a coach. And I kept arguing with them. I'm not a coach, I don't have any clients, and you know, it's the media, so they're like, well, we have to call you something. we want to call you a coach. And I started looking into what that meant. And as I did, I thought, oh my goodness, this is the one-on-one of what I'm speaking about and writing about, helping people move from where they are to where they really want to be. And this works. As I was not only coaching, but being coached, I began wondering, is there anything that backs this up? I mean, I know you all are getting your degrees in like legitimate fields like education and social work and so forth, but people look at coaching and they go, a life coach, like what is that, right? And so I began wondering, is there research that backs this up? And I discovered applied positive psychology. Now I know y'all are saying coaching sounds made up, and now she's telling us positive psychology. That sounds made up too. Well, traditional psychology tends to focus on fixing what's wrong. Many of you are focused on that, helping people get through issues, helping people to heal. It's a really important endeavor, in part because many of us have issues. Anybody here at Capella have issues? Anybody have issues? Raise your hand if you have issues. Okay, only about a third of you have issues. Those of you who didn't raise your hands, you really have issues. Okay, listen up. So, the traditional psychology is important, but positive psychology is the study of what happens when things go right with us. What is it that causes you to be happier? What helps you perform at your highest levels? What is it that happens when you're really resilient? And so as you sit here today, I invite you to just coach yourself with the very simple question, what did it take for you to get here today? My guess is it took a lot of focus and a lot of vision. And whenever we make it to a vision, whenever we bring our vision to fruition, we have to do two things. One, we need to savor it and celebrate it, which is part of what you're doing right now. And once we've savored it a while and we're like, oh yeah, I did that thing, we need to say, well, what's next? What do you want to do with all of this newfound knowledge? With all of the work that you have done, what is your vision moving forward? And so whenever we've got a vision, it's always good to have some tools to get through that vision. I have discovered that when you have a vision, oftentimes there are issues and roadblocks that come up. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. One of the biggest ones is the emotion around fear. As we figure out the real vision, not the buried one, but the thing that you really want, the thing that maybe you haven't even said out loud to someone else, but it's in the back of your mind what you really want to do with this education that you have earned. Expect that fear will pop up. When you step out of your comfort zone, it's uncomfortable. I'm not sure why we expect to be comfortable, but if we understand that when fear comes, we need to just keep moving forward, that's exactly what we end up doing. So I'm going to share just 3 things from the positive psychology research that I think you'll find really helpful. The first is that positive emotion is a success strategy. Positive emotion is a success strategy. We tend to think that if we are successful, then we'll be happy. So most of the things we pursue are because we think they'll make us happier, whether it's that degree that we've just earned, or the promotion that we're after, or more income, or that relationship, or that body that you've been working out to get. We believe if we are successful, we'll be happier. And what tends to happen is we get a little bump in our happiness, and then we kind of return. It's called the hedonic treadmill. We just keep returning to that same level of happiness, and basically we get used to our new normal. The truth of the matter is that it's not success that causes our happiness, but it's actually happiness that causes us to be successful. Literally, those who experience more positive emotion are more likely to get promoted. They are more likely to get raises and increase their income. They're actually more likely to be in long-term happy relationships. They're less likely to get sick. Positive emotion literally boosts your immune system. Now, in the work that you're doing, a lot of times you're dealing with things that aren't so positive. You're helping people push through in difficult times. And the thing is, negative emotion is more powerful than positive, about 3 times more powerful. So you've got to be even more intentional about cultivating that positive emotion, about keeping around those people that make you laugh and help you see the good and can encourage you, and limiting your time as much as possible with those people who do just the opposite. Have you noticed how those people can drain your energy? You know the ones I'm talking about. The phone rings and you see the name and you sit there and think, do I answer? You feel your energy being drained just looking at the phone. Positive can undo negative, but you literally need about 3 positives to undo those negatives. So I want you to be intentional and understand that positive emotion literally will help you be more creative. It broadens your scope of thinking. It helps you make bigger and better decisions, and it actually helps you persevere. It's a success strategy. But secondly, I want you to remember all along the way to replenish your reserves. So when we're moving towards a goal, the research shows us that we start with a certain amount of energy. It's called ego depletion. As we're moving towards a goal, we start depleting more and more of that energy. Have you experienced that? Some of you were depleting energy as you were moving towards this degree. You know exactly what I mean. You were putting everything and you were working, you were taking care of your family, you were trying to take care of yourself, you were trying to stay up and write those papers. Anybody? You might have even fallen asleep a couple of times. You were depleting some energy. And what happens is if you don't replenish that energy, when you get to the next goal, you keep depleting. And then you move on to the next goal and you treat the finish line like it's the starting block for the next race. And you go to the next goal, and before you know it, there's no energy left, and you're trying to figure out why the things you used to be passionate about you now feel burned out by. It's because you haven't stopped and replenished your energy. Sometimes you need a simple nap. Sometimes you need to tell the people around you, hey, I need a break. Can you not knock on the door? I'm going to be taking a bubble bath. Sometimes you need to also simply celebrate. Celebrating and savoring actually boosts your positive emotion. In fact, right now, I invite you to take your right hand, put it over your left shoulder. Even y'all out there in the audience, I want you to think about what you're really proud of for yourself about and just pat yourself on the back. Sometimes we simply need to celebrate and acknowledge our successes. And those who are high achievers oftentimes take themselves for granted. To replenish your energy, I invite you to practice something researcher Dr. Kristen Neff calls self-compassion. That means when you hit a roadblock or an obstacle, rather than beating yourself up or just pushing yourself, that you'll treat yourself as kindly as you treat your best friend in the same circumstance. You wouldn't beat them up. You wouldn't tell them to just keep going. You always complain. Instead, you'd say, you know what? What you're doing is hard. You need to rest. You got this. I'm here. Be gentle with yourself. In fact, the research shows that if you just say to yourself when things get hard, whew, this is hard, it literally lowers your cortisol levels and helps you to regain the energy and the perspective to keep going. Some of you have goal fatigue, so take a break. You got the degree. You're allowed to breathe. Some of you don't have goal fatigue, or maybe you have goal fatigue plus decision fatigue. Do y'all know what I might mean by decision fatigue? You make decisions all day long. And you know you have decision fatigue when people ask you simple questions and you snap at them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I do this, I know I have decision fatigue when it gets to late afternoon and my kids are home from school and they ask a simple question like, Mom, what's for dinner? And I say, you'll find out when you get to the table. Ask too many doggone questions. It's a sign when people are asking for simple decisions and you're thinking, I've got 10 more decisions to make before I figure out what's for dinner. Notice the mental energy it's taking you to do what you do. See it as a sign, because you're serving the public. You're dealing with hard things, and you need to replenish your reserves. But lastly, I want you to remember to serve as you lead. And I know I don't have to remind you of that because you have gone into a field that is all about serving others. You understand the value of that. But when you remember that sense of purpose, your purpose answers a very simple question. How is someone's life better when they cross paths with you? Lives are better because of you, because of the gifts and the talents and the experiences that you have. And when you remember that sense of purpose, your purpose will fuel your perseverance, even when it gets difficult. When you've got purpose behind your vision, when it gets hard, you can look up from your obstacle, you can look at your vision, and you can say, I know my why. And your why will keep you going. Serve as you lead. Remember the people who served you. I often think of my second grade teacher, a great educator. I was only in her school at Rhein-Main Air Base in West Germany in 1981 for 6 months. And in that 6 months, she saw in me at 8 years old that I was a good writer. Miss Johnson told my parents, Valerie's a good writer. And I carried that with me for years. I got to graduate school in journalism, and Dr. Workman marked up my papers with red ink, and I thought she did not get the memo from Miss Johnson. She said, I'm a good writer. I believed her. And I finished my master's degree in journalism, and at 26, I wrote my first book with confidence because somebody in public service planted the seed in me that I had something worthy of giving. I'm working on my 14th book. I wish I could find Miss Johnson and tell her what she planted in me. But what I want you to remember is you have that same ability to plant those seeds in others as you're crossing paths with them in your field of service. So I want you to remember that positive emotion is a success strategy. Ask yourself, what brings me joy? Remember what makes your heart sing. That is what will make you successful. I want you to remember to replenish your reserves. This is hard work. The negative is more powerful than the positive, and you've got to be intentional about cultivating it. And I want you to remember to serve as you lead. At times, you're going to need to pull some things out of your back pocket to boost that positive emotion, so I'm going to leave you with a couple of them, okay? Gratitude. Sometimes you need to start your morning and just say, what am I grateful for today? What's the best thing that's happened this week? Remember what you're grateful for. Sometimes you need to tap into the trigger of anticipation. What am I looking forward to today? Some of you are going into positions you were once dreaming of. Don't allow that hedonic treadmill to set in and it becomes your new normal. Remember, I'm walking in what I was dreaming about just a few years ago. And then there is my favorite happiness trigger. All of us can practice this one very simply. It's smiling. You don't just smile because you're happy, but the research shows that when you have a full-on what's called Duchenne smile, after the French physician that discovered it, when your cheeks puff up and your eyes crinkle, these muscles trigger the release of serotonin and endorphins to the brain. So I'm going to ask you to do it with me, okay? Smile. I need to see teeth. I can see all of you, so I need to see your teeth. All right, keep smiling. While you're smiling, think of someone who gets on your nerves, but keep smiling, okay? You will literally release serotonin and endorphins to the brain. If you don't feel like smiling, the research shows you can just put a pencil between your teeth, and you will still release serotonin and endorphins to the brain. If you don't have a pencil, y'all, just make a hard E sound. E, you will still release serotonin and endorphins. Some of you are going to be in the classroom, you're going to be dealing with teachers, some of you are going to be dealing with criminal cases, things you don't want to think about. Just go, E, okay? Some of you are going to go home this afternoon. E, okay? I want you to remember that joy truly is strength. Be intentional about cultivating that positive emotion and watch how much more success unfolds in your life. Congratulations, class of 2024. God bless you.
Valerie, on behalf of everyone here at Capella, thank you so much for your inspiring speech. Little token. Thank you. All right, everyone, it is now time to meet the candidates for graduation. Our Senior Director of Academic Operations, Mr. Tom Sonic, will read the graduates' names, and the deans of our schools, Dr. Lisa Krieger and Dr. Josh Stanley, will congratulate our degree and certificate recipients. Doctoral graduates will be hooded by Dr. Krieger, Dr. Stanley, and the Associate Dean of the School of Public Service and Education, Dr. McIntyre Bradley. They will be congratulated by our Assistant Provost, Dr. Jennifer Straub. Our doctoral graduates will be hooded 2 at a time, so we ask that you please hold your applause until both candidates' names have been read.
First across the stage will be a virtual graduate representing all of the candidates participating through the webcast of today's ceremony. I proudly present to you all the candidates for graduation in absentia. I proudly present to you the candidates for graduation with a Master of Public Administration. Tamisha R. McLean. Marie Darnett Andre. Shakayla McGuire. Sherry Bryant Law. Bralisha Latrice Chapman. Carmen Womack. I proudly present to you the candidates for graduation with a Master of Science in Human Services. Carolyn G. Pritchard. Amy Hideko Acuna. Nakisha Monique Clayton. Also being awarded a Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Tammy Denise Peoples. And a Master's. Heather Monday. Shimba Mautir. Sonia Ray Menchaca. Tyranny Shawan Johnson. Amber Denicia Watkins Beck. Marsha Lene Gunter. I proudly present to you the candidates for graduation with a Master of Social Work. Stephanie Tatiana Barzalo Romero. Megan Simon. Tanya R. Battles. Tyvana Johnson. Natasha Charnel Judkins. Alyssa Salveson Gonzalez.
Thank you.
Dina Bellamy. Tamia Denise Black. Jakiria Jones. Also being awarded a Master's of Business Administration, Armani Dizone Osborne. Melissa Oliver. Crystal Evans. Janelle Kyra Davis. Angela Burke Wiley. Rachel Hines. Charletha Blake. Natasha J. Young. Katasha Diana Miller. Cabriana Battle. Caroline Dean. Terry Deshawn Harris. Sydney Klotzer. Also being awarded a Master of Science in Human Services, Darcy Turan. Shanika Iris Rose. Andrew Jaw. Also being awarded a Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Patricia Bunn. Kelly Velez. Robert L. Royal. Unique Robinson. Yaritza Tejada. Faisha Hamilton. Tiffany D. Williams. Ed Garcia. Julia Pond Mullen. Katia Horace Ulysses. Louis J. Alvaro. Also being awarded a Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Administration, Bijou Chibanda. Kelly Hutter Paye. Say Asha or Aisha? Aisha Lamanda Herring. Shayna Monique LaJarvis Sanders. Also receiving a Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Brittany Donner. Tiffany Brown. Devon Michelle Paul. Sandra Gail Melcher Bidman. Ray Uri. Erica Disla. Jillian Charles. Faith Holmes. Shantanice. Shantanice Gates. Marika Gill. I proudly present to you the candidates for graduation with the Doctor of Human Services. As a reminder, our doctoral graduates will be hooded 2 at a time. So please hold your applause until both names have been read. We'll get there. We'll get there. Lee Audrey Levon Reed Armistad and Casey Orion Bailey. Shakia Danae Anderson and Patricia Ann Gross. Naisha Stewart and Latrina Lynette Holmes Lucas. Chantel Sophia Comer Thompson. I proudly present to you the candidates for graduation with the Doctor of Public Administration. Brenda Marie Morrissey and Stephanie I. Garnes. Stacy Coachman Horn and Nicholas A. Sawyer. I proudly present to you the candidates for graduation with the Doctor of Social Work. Naya LaShawn Taylor and Amity S. Hines. Cheryl Cook, and also being awarded a Master of Social Work, Patricia DeGarris. Is Shalika, yeah? You say Shalika Edie Henderson, and also being awarded a Master of Social Work, Rosalind Bernice Miles. Cornisha, right? Nicole M. Morse and Cornisha Yvonne Cunningham.
I'm gonna run out there. I'm trying not to faint. I'm so nervous.
Suzanne Thomas and Sylvie Saintus. Saquon Devontae Shaw and Latasha Monique Love. Tiffany Montague Jenkins and Nicole J. Jackson. I proudly present to you the candidates for graduation with a Doctor of Philosophy in Criminal Justice. Mecca Khadija Terry and Ashley Nicole Shannon. I proudly present to you a candidate for graduation with a Doctor of Philosophy in Human Services. Jamily Boyd McLean. I proudly present to you a candidate for graduation with a Doctor of Philosophy in Public Safety. Nicole McElroy Volpe. I proudly present to you the candidates for graduation with a Master of Science in Education. Lauren Ashley Reibolt. Tylena Wright. Kenya Yvonne Clements. Casey Aldridge. Tyra Middleton. Latanya Breyer Curd. Robert Lee Dunham. Audrey Carroll. Lawrence Howard Williams II. Mariette Dargan. Burrell. Morgan Burrell. Kennedy Wynn Scott. Shanice Lene Turner. I proudly present to you the candidates for graduation with a Master of Science in Education, Innovation, and Technology. Somer Russo. I proudly present to you the candidates for graduation with a Master of Science in Higher Education. Angela Katrina Williams. Mark A. Smalls, Jr. Tavia Miller. I proudly present to you the candidates for graduation with the Doctor of Education. Lisa J. Haley and Jennifer DeGroot. Danielle Marie Tennant and Nikidra Blockett. Also receiving a Master of Science in Education, Pamela Kellogg Brooks and Raquel Cuevas. Christy Wilson and Rebecca Evans. Also being awarded a Master of Science in Higher Education, Casey Elizabeth Blair and Tiffany Clarice Friesen. Taylor Marie Myers and Amber Sue Knowlton. Justin Brian Myers and Joda Johnson. Victoria Monroe and Sarita Sherelle Johnson. Also being awarded a Master of Science in Education, Vanita Late Williams, Nuri Ahmad Mabry. Jermaine Anwar James, Kelly H. Raffelli. Dina Shortino, Ashley Bacon Monroe. Kendrick Antoine Barnes and Ashley Nicole Collins. Nicole Collins. Shalik Chappelle Nichols and Claudia Kelly Tucker. Kimberly LaShawn Stewart, Jessica Morgan Sharp. Do you say Golden? Darrell Santel Dudley Govan, and also being awarded a Master of Science in Education, Judy Marmolejo. Sherry Maria Yarbrough Tillman, and Raymonica Deshanette Davis. Carrie Ann Arguello, Tara Michelle Bickford, Kayla Carey and Sandra Marie Braun. Nicole Sarita Campbell and Martise Marie Brooks. Wendy Walker Jackson and Michelle Denise McKinley Hunter. Amanda Boner, Denise Wiltz Underwood. Pardon? Okay, we got a husband and wife here. Charlotte McGrew and Patrick McGrew.
She's got the master's and the second one.
Kathleen Heller-Breen, and also being awarded a Master of Business Administration and a Graduate Certificate in Business Administration, Crystal Dice. Chance Ethan Roden. I proudly present to you the candidates for graduation with the Doctor of Philosophy in Education. Risper Akoth Obiero Russell. Victoria Eileen Diana Voigt. Susan Hart and Debbie Ali Mohammed. Please. Tina Louise McClendon, Josephine Jorge Reyes. Karine Andrella McDonald and Chantel Capelletti. Melody Marie Simpson and Gladys R. Duran McBride. Diana Marie Turner and Earlene Tate. Guadalupe Colon and Kiwani Jalile Cox Primus.
All right, thank you everyone. The big moment is almost here. But first, I need to ask for your cooperation. When the ceremony comes to an end, please remain seated so that the university leadership and our graduates can exit the auditorium first. And you can also meet your graduates on the first floor of the convention center. At this time, I invite our Assistant Provost, Dr. Straub, to the podium and our academic leaders to stand.
Graduates, please rise as you are able. President St. Germain, as Assistant Provost of Capella University, I proudly present our candidates. Upon recommendation of the faculty, and pending their successful completion of degree requirements, these candidates are wholeheartedly recommended for their respective degrees and certificates.
Thank you, Dr. Straub. All right, graduates, if you haven't already done so, please move your tassel to the left. I enthusiastically accept the faculty's recommendation, and by the authority vested in me by the Capella University Board of Trustees, I confer upon all of you, those in this hall, those joining us remotely, and those joining us in spirit, the degrees and certificates that you have so richly earned. Congratulations.